Hi, I'm Scott Taransky. I'm here with Don Brien, and we wanted to share with you a little bit more about our vision for youth ministry at Calvary Chapel Living Hope. Why don't you share a little bit more about, Don, some of your vision as you're one of the parents of the youth. What are we trying to do?
Well, Scott, one of the things we're mainly trying to do is to make the parents and the teens come together and recognize that we're all a part of the overall bigger Church of Christ.
Yeah, so the kids and the teens, it's not just teens are someday going to be part of God's kingdom or part of God's church. They are part of that right now.
Right. We want to really let the teens know that they can plug in right now, not only with each other, but with other parts of the church.
That's great. So what are some of the ways we do that here at Calvary?
Well, what we're doing right now is we're going to start up our parent-teen group again. And what that is, instead of having a traditional youth group where the teens go and they have their 1 or 2 hours a week with themselves, what we do is we bring the parents and the teens together at the same time. And we'll start the meeting off together, but then we'll separate, and the teens have their own time, and the parents have their own time, then we'll come back together. But the whole purpose of that is to recognize that there's a support group within the parents.
Yes.
That's very important. And a support group within the teens. But they also need to link together.
I like that
we can
part.
solve each other's problems, or help each other solve each other's problems, help each other work through our problems, always connecting back to the body of Christ.
In a lot of churches, the parents are kind of learning on their own, and the teens are learning on their own, but this is something a little different.
Right, it's something a little bit different because we've seen through the different experiences that we've had that, yes, there's goods and bads, but we want to make sure that especially the teens realize that there's a progression in church life, not only maturity of the church, but maturity of themselves as individuals. When the parents recognize that, hey, you know what, there's a lot of other parents that are having the same problems I have, they can help me out. And, I don't have that problem with my teen yet, but it's coming next couple of years. And really, it's really been amazing in the past we've done this where the teens actually help the parents solve their own problems when they come together and they say, hey, we're a team as a family, and we're a family of Christ, a bigger church family that we can all support and help each other solve each other's problems based on biblical principles. It's really
I just
great.
think it's just fascinating to me. That's one of the things that we like about Calvary Chapel Living Hope, that we're not just everybody running their own directions here, children going one place, teens going another, adults going another, but we're trying to strengthen families. And even the way we structure Calvary Chapel Living Hope is designed to do that. So parents and teens work together in their evening events, and their parents are the ones teaching the teens, and they're stimulated together, and then at the end you're trying to send teens home with a nugget, or what was that? Describe that a little bit more.
What we're trying to do each week is we're trying to develop a different life lesson.
Yes.
As an example, dealing with relationships, dealing with failures. Like, hey, I didn't make the cross-country team. I didn't make the varsity slot this time. How do you go through that? And teens have a lot of problems with that. We were all teenagers once. It seems like a little thing, but at that time, it's a big thing. But the parents come in and say, hey, you know what? That same thing happened to me when I lost my job. And they recognize that, yes, it's a big hurdle, but you can get through it in life.
Yes.
And the teens and the parents come together, and they just give that little nugget during that week. And they won't maybe solve all their problems, but it's a nugget that the families can use throughout the week and later on to kind of talk about it amongst each other.
That's great. We believe the teenagers are the next generation. They're going to be the leaders, and we want to invest in them now. We're not waiting till they grow up so they can be part of the church. They are part of the church now. We're trying to integrate the faith, the Bible, into their lives now. So we invite you to be part of the teen ministry, parent-teen ministry at Calvary Chapel Living Hope.